Pete from Capital Financial is back with us in the studio today. Today's topic is helping your kid cover the cost of higher education. Coach Pete, welcome.
Fun time to talk about that, right? Anytime talk about higher education. And it's higher in price, isn't it?
Right.
That's why they call it higher education.
I was going to ask you, what's the first thing that we should know about higher education and covering the cost? And I'm sure the first thing is that it's really expensive.
Like when you have a baby or your grandchild, that's when you just start saving right then in the 529 plan, because it'll help you with compounding interest. It's no magic bullet, but it really will help you. The interest bill's tax deferred. When you put the money in, you still have to pay tax on it. It's not like an IRA. Right. But the beauty here is all the interest you gain is tax deferred, which means you won't pay tax on that if you take the money out to pay for higher education. So it becomes a good way to grow tax, basically tax-free if you're going to use it for college education or education for yourself.
Sure.
So a lot of people start a 529 for a child or grandchild, and that child or grandchild won't go to college. So you could use it for your own self, like go back for some adult education. So as long as it's education related. So there's a lot of different caveats in there, but the magic here is to start soon. As soon as you start, then you have compound interest on your side. We see this in our life. The sooner you start, the better it is, as long as you have it in the right place.
So what if you didn't start right away and you're kind of stressed about covering the costs and you want to take it out of your retirement?
Yeah, well, you can take it out, but it's going to have to pay tax on that money when you take it out.
Got it.
Not tax on the money you already put in, because you already pay tax on that, but you'll pay tax on the interest. So it doesn't turn into a bad thing. And there are some ways we're talking about it. For Congress talk about turning that into an IRA for you, but I haven't seen anything finalized on that. But it's really, college education's expensive.
Yeah,
looking
absolutely.
At it. I started my daughter when she was born. We started putting a 529 together for her. I did Utah and North Carolina, and anytime a relative asked what they should get her, I said just make a check payable to her 529 plan. So we had some relatives give money, and went like grandparents and uncles and aunts and all that, instead of useless toys that end up at yard sales.
So there are other ways to pay for college as well. You can get financial aid, you can take out loans.
You can do loans.
What is better?
You can do work study, which I think working, I did better in school when I was working than when I was not working, because you manage your time better.
Right.
I had a roommate, I would leave to go to work. He was sitting on the couch watching TV. I'd get back from work, he was sitting on the couch watching TV. I'd go to class, he was still watching TV, and so he basically flunked out.
Oh, boy.
Because he didn't manage his time good.
Right.
So his parents were paying for everything, he didn't appreciate it. So there's a little bit of aspect there that if you pay a little bit, you appreciate it more.
So if we do end up having to take out a loan, what are the best loans to take advantage of?
Well, there's some staffer loans, there's some different grants. I mean, I would look for grants before loans. Grants you don't have to pay back. Right. So like a lot of colleges have unclaimed grants, and you don't realize it. So the internet's a great tool for that. Look up grants, but don't fall for dirty tricks. Don't pay somebody for that information.
Any advice on how to get financial aid?
Yeah, again, meet with a financial planner who's competent in that, looking at the financial situation and then looking at what you might qualify for. It's a waste of time to try to apply for things you don't qualify for. We'll do that for anybody who calls, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, we can do that.
If anybody wants to have this conversation with you, how can they get a hold?
It's important. You can also utilize the Roth IRA for things like this, and there's other ways to do it than just trying to look at a loan for the college or whatever. There's some really good scholarships out there, too, that go unclaimed again, so because people don't apply. So they can call us, they can text us. Texting CBS 17 to 21,000 works. CBS 17, 21,000, or call the number on the screen.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks.
Pete. Always a pleasure having you.